Hello there! We have made it to episode 2 of the Bottom to Quest Cape series. We started this series with a fresh account, only giving it a bond to begin. Last episode ended with us just buying our bond to get us through weeks 3 and 4 of the account. Starting this episode off, we have 1132 total level and 94 quest point. We have also ended last episode by announcing a giveaway. We got 48 likes by the time it ended, so I'll be giving 100 million GP to Kevin, the website is picked. Onto the button. I didn't really showcase the scripts I'm using well last episode, so we will be starting this new bond off by heading back into P2P Master AI. This is a script that is available for purchase on Dreambot. You pay per instance, so if you buy one instance, you're able to have one account running the script at any one time. It is able to train every skill, with a wide range of methods for each skill. It also does quite a bit of quests, and can get you a fire cape. You can decide exactly what it does. You can enable or disable skills, you can set the weightings for each skills to make it more or less likely to pick it to train over another skill, and you can enable the methods it uses to train for each skill. It can be configured to use prayer for combats, to train combats with Slayer, to power mine fish, woodcut, or to bank the resources. Quite a good script, bit pricey, but it generally has a lower ban rate than the cheaper account builders. So if you're only wanting to run 1 or 2 accounts to high levels, it's very good. Not a script for mass bottom with. Gonna force Guardians of the Rift to get some GP, and I'll leave it for quite a while to get some levels on its own. That's it, finished training at Guardians of the Rift for 2.5 hours. It's now decided to take a break and will break for almost 7 hours. You can see the times for each task will vary greatly, and will start lower when you're a newer account and gradually increase how long each task can run for. After its long break, it decided to do 50 minutes of barbarian fishing. It ended up getting 1 fishing level and 1 agility level before task time was up. And since it just had a long break, it doesn't need another and will be going straight into Slayer. 80 minutes of Slayer complete, up 2 attack levels and a Slayer level here. The bot decided to leave its Slayer task to do a farm run, but then went back to finish its task. It attempted to do an hour 40 of woodcutting willows, but it was rudely interrupted by a system update, so it got 1 hour in and gained 4 levels, bringing it up to level 51 woodcut. Not much happened there. It ended up only spending 6 hours training because of a break and then being hit by an update. So we'll send it again, back with the P2P Master. I've disabled prayer and construction for now, so it doesn't burn our money. I'm thinking right now if we can leave it running and it gets a bit of GP from RC, fletching, crafting, etc, then I can send it focused on melee and we can run a moneymaker on the bot so we can get more money to work with and prepare for the next bond. I don't think I've ever seen it send a task this long before. It's going to be fletching these ruby bolt tips for 5 hours, and they're only given 6 XP each. 5 hours of fletching done and we have gained a whopping 0 levels. We did end up increasing our bank value by 800k, so at least that's something. And to show just how the task times can differ, here we are mining for 22 minutes. That's us reached a total level of 1150. We have also made 1.5 million GP to increase our bank value to 3 million. Tribal totem completed. We are up to 26 hours in-game time botted this session so far, and we have gotten 30 levels to bring us up to a nice 1175 total level. We ended up botting for 34 hours in-game, not including breaks. Another 43 levels gained, another 2 quest points, and bank increased by 3.5 million GP. Time to sell the bank, and now that we have money we'll be going melee focused to unlock a new money making idea. And now we have 1200 total level achieved during this Slayer task. Hand in the sand, completed. And there we have 1225 total level. There's a nice quest, the dig site, completed. And there we have 1250 total level. We are flying up the levels now. It started to train Herblore and we reached 1275 total level. That's the weekly OSRs update here. We managed to get the melee levels we wanted. 56 hours in-game time botted this session. 116 more levels, 1.7 million more GP added to the bank value, and 3 more quest points. Now we can try out our new money making method. First we must sell our entire bank. That's it all sold, 6.6 million GP. Now let's try buying out the food in the Warriors Guild. The Yama update has pushed the price of these pizzas up, so it could be decent money. I've updated the script to have a paint displaying the time ran. Now when we come back we can see how long exactly we bought the food for and can calculate the profit per hour. Okay, I'm going to stop the bot right here. We ended up running for 2 days and 7 hours, pumped the bank value from 6.6 million to 21.1 million price check. Let's see what we can sell it for. And unfortunately, the prices have crashed. Pizzas were 800 a few days ago. So we should end up with around 18 million GP. I'll leave the potatoes in the GE, they should sell. The pizzas, I don't know where the price is going. The buy and sell price is exactly the same at 500, so I just insta-sold those. That's even cheaper than before Yama release that pumped the price up to a peak of over 1k each. Anyway, we have a 12.8 million cash stack now. Good enough to continue botting while they sell. 4 days left on membership too. I think the potatoes being left in the GE will be fine with P2P Master, so I'll run this until they sell before planning our next steps. That's P2P Master completed Eagle's Peak. I'll be stopping the P2P Master here after 17 hours. We completed our crafting goal and reached level 75, and we have reached a total level of 1320. Okay, it looks like potatoes have successfully sold. I'll sell my entire bank now and run the quester again. Get a lot more quests done. Maybe we'll get some helpful unlocks along the way. 3 days left on membership. Let's load up a whole bunch of quests and see where they end up. Depending how long it takes, might stop it early to make sure we have enough for a bond and some rebuild money. Well, unfortunately, I just noticed we only have 30 prayer, so we won't have the protection prayers. This will lock us out of some quests, but I don't want to set it up to get 43 prayer right now. So we'll just leave it to quest and see what it can get done. The questing script I'll be using is the Quester script on Dreambot. Some information on this one. It costs $150, but it lasts forever, and there's no instance limit, so you can run it on as many accounts at once as you want. Extremely good script, I love it. It has over 180 quests and diaries, with most of them having Iron Man support. Setting it to Iron Man mode will mean it will make its own prayer pots, food, and everything else it will need without using the GE. You don't need to be an Iron to use the mode either. Very easy to use GUI, where you can enable or disable all quests, add custom requirements to each quest, and you can shuffle the quest order so it's randomized each time. You can configure it to farm GP if you're too low and still have quests to do. You can choose what skill to use quest lamps on, choose how many quests it can do before breaking, customize how much it can spend on each gear slot for melee, range and mage, Mulin support, an anti-ban tab where you can customize how often anti-ban tasks trigger, if that's something you like, and a tab for multiple different break types. Owning this Quester script also means it will work in the GAIO account builder if you were to ever use that. Very easy to use, rarely breaks, would recommend. We have just under 30 hours left on our bond. We have ended up going up to 156 quest points with 88 quests complete. We don't need too much GP right now, but I'll run the looter for a while to see if we get enough since I love looters. If we can get a few million, then that would be great going into the next bond. We'll switch up to a guaranteed moneymaker if we don't end up getting anything. That's it looted for 6 hours. Ping is way too high for this while using the proxy I'm currently on. Let's take a break and move on to something else. Okay, that's me back logged in. I'm actually going to leave the bond in for quite cheap in hopes we can snipe it, and we'll leave the bot logged out for a while. And we will leave this episode off here, waiting for a new bond to buy for the next 2 weeks of botting. Got some other videos in the works, trying to make some botting to ban videos like before, except none of my bots are getting banned, so it's taking a while. Will be interesting content at least. This video is sponsored by me. If you're looking for RuneScape accounts or cheap bonds, you can check out my stock and prices at shop.furyshark.xyz. You can also join my Discord server to chat, shop, or ask questions at discord.gg/OSGP. No giveaway on this video, but you should still press like. And don't forget to leave some hate comments, those are funny. Okay, I'm done. You can go now. Bye.